What's good? Okay, so today we want to give you game. We want to tell you exactly how to avoid crazy people in the dating scene. That is a big problem that we've seen across the board. We see it on forums, we see it in real life. People deal with crazy people and they get into relationships with them because that person manipulated them and that person was a leech the entire time that wanted to drain them spiritually, physically, emotionally, all the above. We don't want you going through that. If you have gone through that, I'm sorry, you're not going to go through it anymore as long as you apply what we say today. Are you ready? I'm ready. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, we are going to tell you the main thing. We're going to get right to it. So the main thing that you want to do is you want to show up with your principles, with your morals, with your standards, and you want to talk to people about that authentically when you're dating, when you're just in the dating scene. Even if you're just talking, in the beginning, you want to start here. And I'm not saying that you want to spill all of these things onto a person at one time. It's not about that. It's just about opening up and having normal human conversations and seeing if that person reciprocates that same energy. So wherever you stand, if a topic comes up, let people know where you stand with that stuff. And you don't have to be all super firm about it, and trying to sound all masculine, whether you're a female or a male. It's just be bold about it. Be bold about who you are. Be unapologetically you. If you feel that somebody should be a good person in this area, and this is what a good person is, say that. And because you're trying to avoid what you've been through or what you've seen somebody else go through. And when you do that, what ends up happening is that person, even if they are listening to you and they have a response to it, and their response seems it has some weight to it, really listen closely to if they're agreeing with you. Really keep asking them until you get to a point where it's just do you agree with that? Do you see life the same way? And do you have your own perspective on that? Are you able to elaborate on that naturally about how you feel about the situation? What do you think about that?
No, I think that's true. I think people can obviously tell you what you want to hear, especially when they come with hypotheticals or just certain
And they want to get in your
questions.
panties. They want to get in your drawers.
Yes, exactly. So I think obviously if you're talking passionately about something, then that person's going to be like, oh, she's passionate or he's passionate about this. Let me answer correctly, but are they interested when you're talking? What's the body language looking like? I always do this thing, and I tell them this all the time, but are both of their feet facing you, or is
Are they pointing them away?
Are they ready to
Are they ready to dip and
go
from this conversation, or just go from you in general?
Yeah, are they trying to just pivot, or are they really interested? Asking
are they leaning in?
Questions? Yeah, exactly. Don't just pay attention to the words, but pay attention to how passionate they are about.
Wait, can you pause right there? Do you think that applies digitally as well? Can you read that? You know how it's hard? I feel like people should FaceTime, me and you FaceTimed when we met. But do you think that you can kind of read if a person, when they're texting you in the beginning or something like that? Because a lot of people are meeting online. So do you think that you can read some of that? If you hold tight to a standard and you guys are talking about it in text?
Yeah, I definitely do, because that's how we were. I am the worst texter. I'm awful at texting. Anyone who's texted me, you guys know I'm awful at texting. But when I was texting him, because we were talking about stuff that we were both so passionate about, we were having these long text messages because...
It's the longest text you have ever sent in your life.
It really was.
Sending me books, for real.
And you too.
And me too. Of course, I'm a texter in general. I send the average person a book.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yes, I was sending books and he was too. We just literally were going on and on about whatever subject we were talking about, because it was just constant things that we were both passionate about. So if you're sending someone something that's really long or something that's just really interesting to you, and then they are replying with oh, cool, yeah, that's what's up, that's nice that you feel that way. Don't just reciprocate the energy. Just leave.
Literally. Don't try to get more out of it. If they
oh,
really felt something about that,
energy with it. No.
Yeah, no. If they felt something about that, they're gonna say something about it for real. And especially if you know that is something that humans should care about. And I'm not saying it's just your political views, your religious views, so everybody should. Not everybody shares the same ideology when it comes to those things. But it's at the core of what that is, what you're trying to get at is, I believe that everybody should be, righteous. And my definition of righteous is you should care about kids. You should care about the environment. You should care about animals, stuff like that.
Whatever it is.
And that's even if it is, like, say, not everybody cares about animals, and I don't mean like they disrespect them, everybody does. I mean, just in general, some people are just like, I don't prefer pets.
Yeah.
If you prefer pets and they are a big part of your life and you care about the environment, the trees and all of that, which we do, then you need to make sure that that person actually does when you're talking to them. They could be like, yeah, like if you got a dog, I guess that's cool. I'm cool around dogs. But if you get with them and then you see when they come over, they're just like, whatever, with your little dog. You know, that's going to hurt you.
It's going to show up later. It literally is just going to show up later. Even if they pretended to like be like, oh, hey, buddy, what's up to the dog or whatever. It's going to show up later. You're going to see it later on. And you're going to see it in a way that you probably don't like. And at a time that has like been like, whoa, I've wasted so much time and this is who you really are with a hat.
Yeah.
So just get it out of the way now.
Yeah.
Just
all that
get
stuff.
it out of the way, and that doesn't mean again that you like love bomb. You're just like, I like dogs, I like this, I like that. Like, okay, obviously that's doing too much, but just have intentional conversations with people and show people what you really care about, and try and see what you want them to care about. What are the values that you're looking for? You know, from someone. What is the thing that's just like, I really want him to be about respecting women. I really like, not just me, but like
his
anyone.
mama,
like
stranger in the street, all that. Like, he literally cares.
Like, he's a gentleman.
Yes.
I care about that.
Cares about kids. If you got kids, especially a lot of you are dating out there that have kids, whether you're a male or female, that person needs to care about your kids. So you need to make sure that in general they care about kids.
And not just say that they're cute.
Yes.
But actually care about kids. Because kids can be annoying. So like, obviously, and we have a kid, so we know. But obviously, if that thing, whatever it is going to be a part of your life, you want to make sure that you can integrate that person in smoothly and not get bamboozled. Because you will get bamboozled, and then you'll be like, but you agreed with me about blah blah blah. And it's like, actually, if you were to rewind that clip, you would see that they were just like looking down, looking around, looking on their phone, whatever, and just like, oh yeah, I agree with that.
Which is, I want to say this, you have to have awareness, because that's your fault if you go through that. Even though they should be a certain way, it's your fault, because you're supposed to be aware at this point. Do the work to become aware enough to understand who you're working with. Don't just rush into stuff because you feel like you need somebody right now.
It's true.
Like, more than ever, especially if you're in the West, and especially in the US, people are crazy. That's why we're making this video, because people are genuinely crazy, and they've been crazy for a long time, but now it's really coming to light that people are truly out of their mind. So when you're dealing with people that are out in this world and you're bringing them into your world, you need to make sure that they're not here to kill you and yours. You need to make sure that they're not trying to take all your money if you got money. And they're not trying to harm your kids in a sexual way. All that stuff. You need to protect everything that you have.
It's so
you really
hard
do.
out there right now.
It is.
Really
we empathize.
is. I really do, because it's scary.
We say it all the time. Like, if we were back to where we were when we met, like right before we met, and we were here in 2026, we'd be like, bro, like, I don't even know if I want to do this.
For real. It's scary out there. And it doesn't have to be, though. That's the thing that's nice, is that if you go and you move with intention and you follow the things that we're giving you, it's not going to be scary, because you're just going to be like, oh, no.
I know how to protect my space. It's just like having your own home, and you got dogs, you got security cameras, you got guns, and you know how to use them. You got knives, you know how to use all this stuff, and you got people with you that know how to use it as well. You don't feel that anything is going to happen to you when you're protected like that. You don't. The world could be going crazy. It could be Armageddon outside, and you're like, even though it is dangerous right now, I know I'm also dangerous. So in your dating life, in your love life, you need to realize that you have the power to be so self-aware that anybody who comes in your space that is a threat, you're automatically going to see it, and they're going to see that you see it, because they see that you're not weak, and you're going to repel them instantly. They might not even come in contact with you because you're not attracting that type of person.
And I have something to say about
Please do.
that.
Take it away.
Is presenting yourself authentically online.
Yes.
Like,
oh, that's important.
social media.
Yes.
Like, that
everything
is
that you
something
post,
that a lot
all
of
that.
people don't do. They give the best version of themselves, or the version that everyone thinks they want to see. The Instagram version is like still going on, which, like, we've moved to TikTok. We're being real now. Come on. Like, just be real about who you are. Like, Instagram is still, a lot of it is still just like rich lifestyle.
I can't get on that app no more.
Like, but if you do have it and you are still presenting yourself and you're still taking pictures, videos, whatever on there, present yourself authentically wherever you are. If you're on TikTok, hopefully you're presenting yourself authentically. But whatever, even Facebook, whatever you're using, make sure that it's authentic, that you're presenting the real you, because whatever you're attracting, we live in a digital age now. So like whatever you're attracting on, whatever you're showing on there is what's going to attract to you.
It is.
And you might miss out on the person that you're literally supposed to be with, because they're like, she doesn't like any of the things I like, and forget it.
But you do in secret, and they just don't know.
They don't know, and you've literally missed out on that person because you're attracting this sports player, you're attracting this arts person that's very interested in art, whatever it is that you're presenting on there, and it's not the true you, you're gonna attract that person, and you're like, why am I only attracting these people? Because that's what you're showing. That's literally what you're showing. There's other people out there, but they don't want you because you're not showing your real you.
Yeah, you're not. You're trying to basically you're putting on a mask. You might have several masks that you put on because you learn how to do that in your environment, and then now you applied it to your digital life, and now it's this whole weird version of yourself. It's not real. Literally, if you don't what people don't realize is that the reason that they're attracting the crazy people and messing up their own lives is because they're being inauthentic. So back to what we said in the beginning, literally you have to come with your standards when you're meeting people in general. And the only way to be comfortable with your standards is if in the micro you actually practice authenticity. So in every room, every environment that you step in, don't be this fake version of yourself. Be the realist that you are. Like truly be you. Everybody has a real version of themselves, but you have to uncover it if you want to find true love.
Because you never know where that person is going to be. They could be at your job, they could be at the grocery store, they could be at your son's basketball game, whatever. They could be literally anywhere. And if you're presenting this fake version of yourself, then you're going to be so disappointed if you see someone that you're attracted to, and you like hear them talking, you're like, dang, I'm really interested in that. And then you go up and talk to them, and they're just like, oh, I've seen you before. Like,
yeah. Or just in general, if you meet somebody, and then, our way of handing basically a business card for our own personal brand to people, not even if you just don't do business, everybody's a personal brand. It's just us now. They will literally say, what's your Instagram? Or what's your TikTok? Blah, blah, blah. When you exchange that, if you don't realize that a bunch of your stuff is inauthentic, like if it doesn't match the person that they met in that moment, especially, it's just like, are you really that person? And they're going to be judging you as soon as they're looking at it. It's a resume. It really is. And it's not like you need to walk around with your social media as some resume to hand to people. It's not about that. It's realizing that all this time that you spent while being single, you were stacking up all these videos of you just trying to be cute and you trying to do all these stupid things on Instagram that make you look presentable to these people that you want to impress for some odd reason. That person that is now in front of you that could potentially be your true partner that is being authentic in their life is now looking at you on your online life and being like, what? And a lot of times people stalk people. Like people could literally ask your name and then you guys are exchanging a conversation. You don't exchange social media and they somehow find you. They find you. And now they're looking and they're like, I'm not going to hit this person back because they posted A, B, and C and I don't align with that.
Or you could get the other scenario, which is you present yourself as like, I don't know, an actress, and you go to these events and you do all this stuff, but you're not an actress. You're just a normal girl. And you like to play softball and you like to run in the countryside. I don't know, whatever. And then there's somebody else who's like, I love acting. I love film. And then you're talking to him because you still have this persona on and he's like so interested in you. And you're like, I actually don't even like any of the things that I've said I liked.
Yeah.
And now you're stuck in a situation with someone who actually could be a good person, just not your person. And you're like, dang it, why did I even show all this?
Yeah.
Why did I act like this? Now I'm here and I actually have somebody, but he's not the person I want.
Yeah, literally. It happens to people all the time. It's people will think that it's one or the other doing something completely wrong when it was just a misunderstanding of yourself. And or the other person misunderstanding themselves as well. Like you have to become so self-aware that you're able to filter out everything that's inauthentic about yourself and be the real you. And then that person that you're talking to needs to be the same way, and you need to be able to see it. You need to be able to see whether they're faking or they're not. And because that's what's going to allow you to repel the people who are not for you.
I think it goes back to a lot of So he always has me do like little things, but he had me do this thing where I wrote down like all the things that make me feel happy, make me feel comfortable, make me feel whatever feeling I'm looking for. And when we're dating, we're looking for feelings, we're looking for certain things. And so it's like you have to really connect to who you are and figure out what makes you feel happy. What makes you feel safe?
That's good.
What makes you feel
in a person
fun? Yeah.
In relationships.
So then that way you know, like, oh, I know that I want to feel carefree when I'm doing blank, whatever blank is. And it's like you really have to connect back to your childhood self, like we said before in the other video, to see what it was that brought all those different feelings for you, and then bring those still here today and say, that's what I want to have in a partner.
Yeah. So then when you're talking in the talking phase, they will automatically make you feel that way with who they are authentically.
Yeah.
The jokes that they tell, the places that they want to go and, go on dates with you too. They will make you feel like that in those environments. They'll simulate like spaces that they've already simulated for themselves in order to feel the feelings they want to feel and pull you into that world, and you'll be like, this is the world that I belong in as well. I do that, so now I can reciprocate that energy. Now there's an exchange.
Exactly. No, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. And what you want to do, we did this in our last video. We had you write down basically, like, I forgot what the topic was. Oh, like
yellow flags.
Yeah, yellow flags, red flags, and all that stuff.
Yes.
Right now, what you actually can write down, like she was talking about, is those feelings, but really your standards. You can write down your standards on what you believe, like when it, like, okay, so what you can do to make this simple. If you, like I mentioned, have kids, the kids are important to me. Not just my kids, but kids in general. I really stand on we should protect children. I believe that you shouldn't be a misogynist. I believe that you shouldn't be, sexist. I believe you shouldn't be homophobic if that's your thing. Just anything. Like, whatever you believe, you need to already have those things laid out. And a lot of times we don't write them down. We might feel them. We might live our life that way. But we haven't put them on paper, so they're not in front of us. So then when we try to translate all of our beliefs that we have and our standards and our principles into the dating scene, we don't basically have that at the forefront of our mind.
And I would say with that,
No, go ahead.
I would say with that, make sure that they're your standards and not society.
Yeah, no. Exactly. Don't be a people pleaser about this stuff.
I feel like in today's age, there's like a wave that comes around, and what's ever popular to hate, that's like the thing that everybody hates in the moment. And then what's ever popular to like, of course, that's the thing that everyone likes. But like, really, it's like what to hate right now. We hate men right now. We hate women right now.
Like, we're like, feminists right now. We just hate all of this. Don't join in on that. Really see if that's your are those your beliefs? Because this is long term that we're talking about with the person. So it doesn't mean that your beliefs can't change along the way, but like, just at the core of everything, I believe that we should be a good person to kids. I believe we should be that way to women. I feel that we should be this way towards the environment. I believe that we should be healthy. I believe blah, blah, blah. Like, all of that needs to, or right now while we're entering into AI, I hold tight. At first, I was using ChatGPT to do some of my work with me, to do a lot of research. Now I believe I don't want to use AI at all because I understand how bad it affects the environment. I understand it now.
But that wasn't something that we decided, of course, in our relationship. Right. But he will see me using AI and he'll be like, why are you doing that? And I'm like, I know. And I've actually stopped because I care about the environment.
Yeah, she does.
It goes down to like the fundamental thing, not like, oh, I care about AI or
it's not the new trend. It's not the new tool that popped up. It is at the core, it's the environment. She's always cared about the environment, as I have too. And we've moved more into it as we become more holistic. We're vegan now for, I think, 3.5 years. So we're at a point where things are pivotal in this time that we live in with AI. So we hold tight to this standard. And so it's anybody who's doing life with me now as a friend, I'm holding them to that standard as well. I won't completely judge you if you're using AI because maybe you don't understand, but let's talk about the environment. Do you care about the environment? If you don't, then I really can't be your friend like that.
Exactly.
So that applies to your dating life.
So the last thing that I would say is that you want to make sure that you're putting yourself in places where you can be your most authentic self. What do I mean by that? Like, if you love playing lacrosse, but you constantly go to the art museum because that's the trendy thing to do and not a lacrosse game because you don't have any friends who like lacrosse and you might be nervous to go to the lacrosse game by yourself, Go to the lacrosse game. Don't go to the art museum, because
Yeah.
that's where you're going to find people like you. So
Yeah.
obviously, just think about what you like to do. Don't hop on the trends so much. Don't go to the club just because it's the thing to do and you don't know what else to do besides go to the
Yeah,
club.
can I say something about that?
Yeah.
What I want to say, where I want to take it with this, that relates directly to the topic, is that when you're in these environments, again, we're trying to avoid the wrong people. So if you're going to the wrong environment, you're most likely going to get the wrong people. Not even just like the lack of like-mindedness, that's one thing, but more so like morally, these people that are in this room is janky in comparison to your morals.
Yeah.
Like, these people don't care about the environment here. They take a lot of substances, and they, litter a lot. Like these type of people, like, they don't care, they smoke cigs outside, they throw their cigarettes on the ground, but there's cute guys here, or there's fine girls here. Like, don't do that.
Point.
A lot of people sleep with each other in here, so they're not thinking about, a person selflessly. They're thinking selfishly.
A great example is like, what was that show called? The show where Age of Attraction.
Oh, yes.
Where, I don't know if you guys have seen that show, but there was a girl on the show who like was saying she was abstinent. And it's like, she was going to this show, first of all, which is like they live together and other things. How is that going to work?
Yeah, how is that going to work, bro?
Two, it's a reality TV show. Come on. Like, think about if you really are abstinent, which it turns out that
she was not.
But if you are, why are you going to a place that's not the focus there?
Yeah, it's not.
People are going there to mainly have sex and just hook up with people.
Yeah.
That's just what
you guys are simulating real life together in an apartment like this one right here.
Yeah.
Like, why would you
do that?
Why would you do that?
Why?
And you sleep in the same bed.
You have to, for the show, you have to sleep in the same bed. That's like going to Love Island and being abstinent. It's like, come on, why would you do that? But it's because you want to have someone. So you're just like, let me just go on this show that like is about dating because I want to date somebody.
Yeah, or my family would think it'd be cool to see me on TV and stuff like that. My friends too. Like, come on, bro, don't do this stuff. Be you. There are people out there that do the same things as you, believe the same things that you believe. They stand on the same standards and principles. It may not seem like it in this vast network of strangers that are interacting online all day, and in the places that you mingle in person. Go to the places that you really enjoy. Start doing that if you don't. And if you already have been doing that, start having different conversations, because like I said in the beginning, maybe you're not being as authentic as you should be. Maybe you're not being bold and you're scared to actually tell people about what you believe when you are having these conversations.
Because there's no scarcity once that's the case.
Yes.
Even if you feel like, whoa, I'm such a... Because we feel like that.
Yeah,
we
like, feel rare.
There's no...
I just still feel rare because I haven't found a best friend
other.
yet, but we do. We have each other, bro.
We still have each other. So it's like, if we can find each other and we found each other 2,000 miles apart, anybody can do it.
They can. Anyone
can do it. There's no scarcity.
You can
There's
do it.
definitely someone out there who is someone that you would be attracted to that is like you.
Yeah, literally.
That's just the case.
Vice versa. They literally are out there right now feeling the same way as you. I know. I'm telling you, there is somebody. Yes. I would have swore, like, I knew that there was, but I was like, when though? Like, or do they have to grow up a little bit more mentally?
I didn't
what
know
is
if
it?
there was. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I was not sure. I literally was like, I guess there has to be, but I just want a best friend. I want somebody that's just like me. And I could not find that, no matter who I talked to, who I dated. But it was because I was doing the same thing that I'm telling you not to do right now. I was talking to people, dating people because I like certain things, but we didn't have the same things in common foundationally. We just didn't. Our standards were not the same, and I would see the way they move in certain areas, and I'd just be like, what? Why are you doing that? I thought you were like me. But I only like them for surfacey level stuff, so how can I expect them to be like me? That doesn't even make any sense. Yeah,
and if you are currently talking to somebody and you see, like, they're not a bad person at all. They're nice, they're kind, and, they have manners, all that stuff. Like, they would make a good spouse for somebody. If you are talking to them, but you feel like still, they're not there with me, for reasons that we said in the first video with the yellow flags, and then for reasons here that some of those things that I stand on, it doesn't make you a morally corrupt person to not believe these things, but we just don't see eye to eye here. Don't settle for that person if that's the case. Don't do it. You don't need to just be with somebody for the sake of being with somebody because you want kids or something like that, or you just want to not...
You're going to grow... Sorry.
No,
You go
it's fine.
ahead.
It's fine. Okay, so you don't want to be in a position to where you're feeling like I want to show up at events and like have somebody on my shoulder. I want to have, you know, less loneliness at night, or I just want to have sex. Like in general, that's a good thing. If you want to have sex, that's a great thing. I get it. But like at the same time, you have to think bigger than that, more long term, because I swear when you get into arguments, you do not want to have sex with this person. Or when you're just like turned off by their lack of care for this thing that you care for, it's just like you start getting stale with them. And you're
Exactly.
like,
That's exactly what I was going to say. You're going to start to resent them.
Yeah.
And it's unfair for you to resent them because you didn't vet them.
You didn't.
That's not their fault that they're a different person than you.
Yeah.
That's not their fault. That's your fault because you've seen this video and you have not.
That's true. I was gonna say, well, kind of. I guess both of you guys like should be yes, but you are watching this video. You know better now.
Exactly.
So don't settle. Don't do that, and don't put them in a position to, you know, be stuck with you as well, because they're gonna feel the same way. They're gonna be like, for some reason we're not like this, and they're not gonna know as much as you know, but you're gonna know. Like it's
they're gonna
because
be like, I like to go hang out with my friends more. I don't know why. I just like that. I remember, I think this is the last point that I'll say, but I know I said that before, right?
You did?
I did.
Okay,
said,
it doesn't matter.
It's the last thing.
We're giving you value, right? You want to hear it. And look, she's so beautiful. Why wouldn't you want to listen to her? Okay, go ahead. I mean, she is.
You're
you
kidding.
are. She is. She is. Save me. Save me.
So what I was going to say was the last point that I had was a story that I remember you told me when we were dating. I think it was like this man was like talking on the phone with his friends in the kitchen. You knew him. You weren't, he was telling a story, but he was saying that he was talking on the phone with his friends in the kitchen and he was just like laughing it up, joking, blah, blah, blah. And then he got off the phone, he walked into the other room and his wife was crying. And he was like, what's going on? And she's like, you never talk with me like that.
Who was that? It doesn't matter right now. I gotta remember after the
really
video.
Stuck with me.
Yeah.
But she was crying because she was like, you never talk with me like that. Like, I wish we had that. And he said, like, you know, like, I'll try and do that with you too. Like, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. But it was just a natural thing.
It was an older guy too. He was married for a long time, actually. I don't remember who it was. I'm gonna remember, but yeah, he was an older man. I do remember that. Yeah, go ahead.
And they just didn't have that relationship because they were not the same. They couldn't laugh and joke like that. That just naturally did not happen because foundationally they did not have the same core beliefs. They just didn't.
Yeah.
They could have some, but to laugh and joke and just feel comfortable, she never felt that. And that's why she was crying, because she just never felt that. And that is what will happen if you don't listen to this advice.
Yeah, if you don't express yourself authentically,
if
that's
you just
not
don't do it, then you're gonna end up with someone. You're gonna be like, you're gonna see them with their friends, because more often than not, especially with guys, I feel like they have like friends that they're just like hee 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 a lot of times with. And
we are not like that.
No,
that's girls.
No, I mean like you guys.
We click up and
like
we just
how
be like.
You guys, I feel like sometimes with girls, it's like, I like her because she's cute and she dresses nice and
y'all are the worst. What?
We're more surfacey sometimes. Yeah. It's just true.
It's like
guys
just playing
like,
Barbies in real life together.
Yeah, we're more surfacey sometimes. She can have a good time. We're guys. You guys will talk about other things and you won't even get to the surfacey stuff until later on. I'll be like, what's his last name? And be like, I don't know. I'm like, what? You don't know his last name, but you know all this other deep stuff about him. I'm just like, huh? So to get back to the main point, guys or girls, either side, it could be you're joking and laughing with your friends. You have a great relationship with your friends. But then when it comes to your spouse, it's not that joke, fun relationship where it's just like, this person really knows me. Like, this is my...
It's my best friend.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
This is my best friend. It's just like, yeah, hey, you're attractive. You're cool. You're my wife. You're my husband. But it's not that same thing, and you don't ever want to feel like that, and you don't want your spouse to feel like that. You don't ever want them to feel like, dang, why don't we have that relationship? You having fun? What the heck?
Yeah.
I want to have fun with you.
It's a two-way street.
Wants to have fun.
When the person is a good person, like if you've already gotten past that point, and we're not talking about somebody who's just a douche at home, but when you get home, everything is good. The peace is there, but it's not this like real closeness, and it's because we don't stand on all the same things. We don't see eye to eye in all these areas. So then,
then that can cause them to resent you and become a not nice person.
Yeah.
That literally, you can create a villain.
Yeah. Or it could be you
and
too.
I was about to say that. You can become a villain.
Yep.
And then you can become one of the red flags that literally you're trying to avoid right now.
That's it. So I think that in a nutshell, it really is that. Just be authentic to yourself. Be authentic when you're out in the world, expressing yourself to other people, and hold tight to those things that you believe in and that you enjoy. And just let people know that off the bat. You know, like, don't love bomb, like we said. Don't just throw all of this stuff on the table for them when you're presenting to them. Just have normal conversations, and when you do, put those things on the table and vet them. Like, for real, just see, like, this is what I come with, and what do you come with? And see if they have that laid out. If they haven't had it laid out, see if they're able to, like, reciprocate in that moment, like, oh, that's good information. I didn't even know that. Like, I would like to.
Are they interested?
Yeah, yes, literally.
Doesn't mean they have to have all the answers, but are they interested in what you have to say? Or is it just...
And even with you watching this video right now, right? You are looking into information about your love life and how to make that better.
True.
So this person should have done those things in their life in different ways as well. They don't need to have necessarily watched this video, but when you guys are talking and you guys are getting deeper into stuff, they should want to watch a video like this. And I'm not saying you just need to recommend us because we want you to watch our channel and that person needs to too.
Are they on their self-development?
Are they on their journey, bro? That's really it. Are they doing it? Are they doing the work? Because with this stuff that we're saying here, this is knowledge that they should have got elsewhere in some type of way as well. Not the same package and delivery, but they should be able to agree with what you're saying and saying, yeah, actually, I heard something about this and that. What do you feel about this? And you're like, yes. And so now you got reciprocation right here and you can move forward. So yeah, that's it for me. What do you think?
I think that's it for me. So yeah, just be intentional and be mindful when you're in the dating scene, and you're going to start to see the change. You just will. And you're going to have a happier time with dating, and it's going to feel more clear to you because you already know what you're looking for again.
Yep. So yeah, that's it. Come back for the next video because you need more. Yes. All right. Peace.